Why is so simple?
Alright. In the next couple of hours, we about to start. So, right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the True You broadcast. My name is Prince K, your host. I'm not walking alone. I'm walking with my co-host, Johnny Ponzuza, in the building. What's up, man? How's your weekend, bro?
I ain't fancy. The week was hectic. The week was hectic. All night after went to schoolwork. Girls and stuff. You're going.
Girls, man. Yeah. But let's just cut to the chase of it, and then so that we can finish like very fast, so that we can go and do whatever we're gonna do, because it is a working weekend. So first, let's start with the topic of the Queen Elizabeth II has passed away. Man, where were you when you were receiving these news, bro?
Yeah, I don't receive the news. There's no. I was here many yesterday,
yeah,
and I won't lie, but like it's so for women, it's tragic, and especially a person or prominent in an level. Yeah, it's hectic, but I have to say, her dad, was not that devastating
to you, right?
To me,
okay, let me explain it to everyone. The passing away of the Queen. The Queen, she died peacefully on Thursday afternoon at Scotland's estate, where she has spent much of her summer. The Queen came enthroned in 1952.
Damn, that was
during
World War II, right?
World War II, you see? Yeah. And witnessed enormous social change. And her son, Charles III, said that her death, beloved mother, was the moment of the greatest sadness for him and his family. Bro, before we go and discuss on how South Africa reacts to the Queen's death, you as yourself as Nhlonipho, man, like what do you feel about the fact that there is a country that's still ruled by the Queen, and they still have this royal thing and kingdom thing? So what's your opinion on that?
Mina personally born into this monarchy thing.
Yeah.
Most took better. England was the last to me, and it's why England is the last country with a monarchy that had actual power.
Yeah.
England, a country that had power, that actually still has power. To be honestly speaking, according to me personally, I think it would see like the monarchy, England monarchy, since the dawn of time. Yeah, it fucked the world up, bro. In many ways.
Yeah, do you believe that she like has a hand on the apartheid system that was actually operating in South Africa in those times?
Not exactly per se, but I might say she could have done certain things in order to stop it, or maybe try to like emancipate during those times. And during the predicaments during the Zaikati. So yeah, she could have done a lot in preventing apartheid. She could have stopped the corruption, because in South Africa there's a lot of corruption.
Yeah.
And where there's corruption, to me now personally, I personally think people are doing all these things, and most of the time there's always a white person involved, and who's not from here.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna read the South African reactions towards it, starting with the EFF statement.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna read the EFF statement, and I want you to say your opinion of it. So this is a statement that was released on 8 September 2022. It was on Thursday. It's saying that the economy freedom fighters notice the death of Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Worcester. Sorry on my pronunciation. The Queen of the United Kingdom. And they said, we do not mourn the death of Elizabeth because her death is a reminder of a very, very tragic period in this country and in African history. Britain, under the leadership of the royal family, taking control of this territory that would become in South Africa in 1795.
Sure.
So the EFF is commanding all the people of their followers that they will not mourn for the Queen, which I also I kind of agree with them, because like, for example, right, speaking not from knowledge But speaking from what we have actually heard of, that the British Kingdom has actually colonized a lot of countries in Africa, you know.
Yeah.
And for now, we're still under the system, you know.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Most of the system, most of the laws, the system, like everything, the regulates in South Africa. All these laws are still based on the same principles.
Yeah.
They were like back in the day.
Yeah.
You know? Even though we might say we're still, even though something says free and there's no slavery anymore, there's no apartheid.
Yeah.
But as Umtomnyama, I don't think we've been truly that free. So yeah.
So the death of her is, you don't feel like we don't need to respect it as much?
No, we have to respect it, but Umtomnyama is not a small thing.
Yeah.
But she died, and it's she was a mother to people.
Yeah.
There are people who loved and respected her.
Yeah.
But as a person who didn't know her as umuntu, as a person, how she was like, but judging from Indlela Ayeyon and what happened during her reign, to me personally, I don't feel that they're both devastated by death.
I have this question, right? I want you to answer with honesty, man. So look at the system now we are in, and look at the system before, right? If the British Kingdom didn't actually colonize South Africa, do you think South Africa would be in a better estate as we're in right now?
No.
No.
No. Yeah,
why do you say so, man?
Okay, let me try elaborating.
Yeah.
Really better. Yabona lento le colonialism.
Yeah.
It was like a double-edged sword. It served the purposes of the elite class. Well, in this case, them.
Okay.
But when you compare English back in the Stone Ages and now, when people had land, people had freedom, people had all sorts of stuff. But judging from historical cases and during those times, we kind of lived as savages.
Okay.
So colonialism, it changed us.
So we can say it did come with some benefits as a country?
Minor benefits.
Okay.
Lemma benefits are not benefits colonialism helped us in certain ways. But isn't this about a way of indlela abaphila ngayo indlela? The generation we are aware. So in South Africa, a white person or a white party comes into power. As black individuals in South Africa, we know what to expect because we've been living under these laws for years, for eons. So if for example, the DA comes into power right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it must. But if it happens, key concepts. If it happens, I personally think we would see who even around the world. Is everything done accordingly? Is everything done right? So it did have certain benefits there.
Yeah, man. But man, my opinion on even on the political thing, I feel like we as black people have disappointed us again. I feel like when you give black people power, it doesn't come with the real aim that they actually needed. When you actually look at the history of South Africa, the ANC, even our heroes who actually were killed, when you look at the aim that they wanted for South Africa, it's kind of not the same aim that we actually have right now. Since the new, the actual political party that right now with new members of it has caused corruption. We have even load shedding now. So do you think that black people should keep on having control of things even though there are consequences that we're actually going through?
Okay, number one, before I answer your question, Skyly that dog.
Yeah.
We were in chains for more than 300 years, bro.
Yeah.
We've been free for how long? 20 something years.
Yeah.
how can you like heal a damage that was implicated for 300 years and then just eradicate it in less than 30 years?
But look at the question, dog.
Okay.
We are free now, kindly free.
Yeah.
But it still there's no change. Even like youth people are still unemployed. We're facing load shedding, corruption, crime is high as hell. Women are killed in every hour and second. Don't you feel like that slavery, even though it was the painful thing that we could actually be in through, was kind of much a better feeling or better threat than the threat that we are actually living right now?
I'm good. Yeah, sure, it is true.
Yeah.
It has some truth into it.
Yeah.
But you can't just for more than 300 years within 20 something years.
Yeah.
And it more
possible.
And during the 1990s, this reconciliation stuff with the Desmond Tutu, Nelson Mayabong when National Party and the ANC collaborated, they were now went towards the new South Africa.
Yeah.
According to me, is born out. No, they were not that.
Okay.
They were truthful.
Towards
According to his Zenza in his Zenza.
Okay, enough with the politics. Let's go straight to things that actually disappoint us as a country. South Africa is going to have a stage 4 of load shedding will continue this week. I'm going to read it actually. So, Eskom says that stage 4 load shedding will continue through Thursday and Friday and afterwards, 16 September and after more breakdowns. So, what? The load shedding case.
Okay.
Let's talk about it, man. Do you feel like load shedding is done on purpose, or is load shedding done by the same consequences that the same issues that they're actually addressing towards us, is in lack of coal and all that stuff?
But as a future journalist, Joe is working under my bachelor journalism, second level, Judging from what I've seen, judging from his phone what I've seen so far, I think the media is manipulated,
okay,
in order to promote our agendas of the elite class.
All right.
Because we are now going to like the class of people who are considered elites, the bourgeoisies of South Africa. I mean the people, for example, that's referred to as what? The golf club? Is it called the golf club or the hockey club?
I think it's a golf club.
The golf. Oh. Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it the hockey club?
How? What do you mean when you say that club?
I mean, it's like a secret society of very, very powerful individuals in South Africa.
Right.
So I think the media is manipulated in order to conform to whatever ideologies they enforce into us.
Oh.
Because I will talk to you better.
Okay.
For instance, unemployment rates is high, blah 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 blah. Njengoba uyazi wena leyo nto ukuthi umsebenzi ayikho eSouth Africa.
Yeah.
So okusho ukuthi wonke umsebenzi owutholayo when you're going to be grateful ukuthi at least I have a job. So you will be willing to settle for less while they still maintain the wealth.
Okay.
Even in this cold stuff, mengabe mpethu amalahle ngempela wekho. And futhi athi ugesi kuzipheka ngamanzi hydroelectricity.
Yeah.
But due to certain
bro, they can do that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Due to certain predicaments and angithi njengoba Cape Town maybe bisafarisha ngamanzi in the current years.
Yeah.
Also lento hydroelectricity was by shining due to those factors.
Also, you're trying to say that they are doing all of this in benefiting. They are benefiting over this, over these load shedding that are happening.
I'm not saying they're benefiting per se, but as a black, I think these are tools that are used when
So okay, let me make it clearer. So you're trying to say that there are actually alternative solutions, right?
Okay, yeah.
But they are not considered because it can actually affect their greediness towards benefiting on ESCOM. Exactly. Okay, I see. No problem. But so guys, please be aware of that. Also, let's speak about last thing, man. Burning of universities, bro.
Oh shit.
Let me explain this. Let me read it to you all, guys. Free State Premier Assistant Dombele has condemned the burning of 2 buildings at the University of Free State, Ekwakwa. The building was allegedly set alight by students who have been protesting over NSFAS allocations. Dombele, the spokesperson, Balesa Tubisa, says that the Premier will engage the university management in a bid to find last solutions. So, do you think it's a perfect solution to burn the university if some certain complaints are happening? But first, let me share my opinion, guys. I understand the frustration that we face,
Okay.
as citizens of South Africa. We know this, right?
And as students also.
Exactly,
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a perfect solution for us to burn something that we actually have.
Yeah, but it's not ideal.
I understand. Like most of the time, most of the cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's there's this protocol that you have to go through when you wanna you complain or a certain issue that your government or the council that needs to hear about you, right? First you write a letter or you go to the officers. But most of the people do that, but they are not heard. But I don't think a solution could be destroying those things,
Yeah, well, it's not supposed to be like that.
Because
for instance, look at the looting incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, people looted, burned malls, burned stores. They disrupted the transport system. When all the shit was done, boom. So they they can't use ATMs in order to withdraw the money, in order to continue to live. Because even if you had like 10K in your bank account, you weren't able to do shit with it.
Yeah.
So keep up money.
So okay, if you were, let's say for example, if you were given a chance to actually help a lot of black people to send their complaints to councillors and mayors, or how would you create a solution for black people to actually their needs to be actually completed without strikes?
Okay, for instance,
the
provincial government should implement laws.
Yeah.
If local government like council and stuff. If councillors like to attend to eating was
okay,
they should face repercussions because they were elected in order to serve the people.
Yeah.
They swore.
But they always hide over these big words that every time you, like for example, they'll use these big words. They'll come in court. They'll speak these Englishes that most of I think 80% of the country doesn't even understand. And we have actually lost interest on every speech that they actually deliver.
Yeah, because all the speeches that they deliver are filled with lies and empty promises.
So what would, if you were given a chance to actually solve this, because I feel like strikes are actually caused by people saying that the ministers and the councils, they are actually responding, but they're not actually responding to those people, but they're just using words so that we can actually feel like there's something coming up. If you had a chance to fix that system, what would you do so that the people's needs can actually be fixed or heard?
Okay, so the government must into their own ranks and their own system to stop this corruption shit. When government they keep imali ukuthi awuhambe uyolungisa endaweni ethile, or mhlawumbe when someone takes a tender ukuthi ayihambe uyolungisa endaweni ethile.
Alright.
Angithi imali, we all know ukuthi imali mhlawumbe like government keep like 15 million to ahambe mhlawumbe uyokwenza something, and then benze into zabo hambe kids okunikeza no cuts, and then imali ifika lapha isakwazi ukwenza umsebenzi ophelele. like lama projects towards umxhaso thola ukuthi like many people deserve houses kodwa sekwakho umxhaso emncane ayisapheleli.
Alright. Okay.
Government must take that into themselves ukuthi kumele bakhona ama policies nama regulations ukuthi if uphuma imali engaka kumele ifike lapha. There must have calculations kumele ifike endaweni ethile ingaka ifike endaweni ethile ingaka uzifike lapha ingaka. If lokho kungenzeki, if that doesn't happen, the government must take actions against all these
but don't you think that the actual government is actually has some little like corruption on it? For example, look at the KZN floods, right? We all living in KZN, we driving in KZN, we use all these roads, but this heavy rain just wiped these bridges as if they're just bridges that were just created like 2 months earlier. you know they're so fast. So do you think the system that they're using now should be changed?
I wouldn't say change the system per se. I would just say make improvements on the system because the system is a system and futhi siyawabona ama flaws. Nabo bayawabona ama flaws. I'm sure ukuthi high government officials labo kuyibona abadedela imali ukuze ihambe yosiza abantu. They know ukuthi le mali vele iyadliwa surely.
Okay.
Because bayabona ukuthi akwenzeki. So they must take that upon themselves ukuze bakwazi ukuthi le thing ingenzeki. Mfethu as an official eliphezulu uyabona ukuthi kwenzakalani la ngaphansi kwakho. So man, you can be able to use your power in a positive way. Do let know to because when you got into power, you're promising all those things. Houses, blah blah blah, and then that doesn't happen. And people will take their frustrations, and we'll take in this case, people take their frustrations out the wrong way because if you burn a university, and then like a few weeks later, you tolerate fast, and then what?
All right, guys. So if you have an opinion on all the topics that we have spoken today, you can actually leave a comment below so that in the next episode we can actually reply to your comment and read it towards the others. Don't forget to subscribe and like the button. So friend, I have a game here. I'm going to ask you a couple of 4 questions. Do you know South Africa? So do you know your country? So you're going to start the first question. First question. The President Nelson Mandela was imprisoned on which island for 18 years? Robben Island. Okay, that was actually easy one. You know, which country is completely surrounded by South Africa? Lesotho. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. Which writer was the first to be awarded the Booker Prize twice?
Writer.
Yes. Exactly, I said it well.
Damn. I'm not actually a book person.
Okay.
I'm not a book person.
Okay, so last question, right? Which alternative name was often given to South African Republic from 1852 to 1902 before South Africa's republic? Just guess the word.
Southern Rhodesia, isn't that the word?
Well, it was called the Transvaal. Yes.
So what's Southern Rhodesia?
Let me search it up for you here if it's possible. But where do you get that?
Southern Rhodesia.
Southern
Rhodesia. Rhodesia.
Okay. Let me see. Let me set that up. It was called the Transvaal. It has this Afrikaans thing. So Southern Rhodesia was a landlocked self-government British Crown colony in Southern Africa. And established in 1923. The Transvaal was in 1902.
Oh,
yeah. So guys, Yeah, that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like the button, and don't forget to share your opinion. This is the True You. My name is #Prince K, your host, and I'm not alone with my co-host. Yeah, man, you can follow us on all social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and those are the only social media platforms you can actually say. And also, if you feel like in this podcast it can be recommended to interview someone who actually can say something and speak something about themselves, you can actually drop a comment there and I'll actually read it. From me to you, good night. Is there anything you want to say?
Oh, and if like you have a certain talent or something that you wish to show to the world, or you wish to show to the DUT community.
Yeah.
Don't we offer that?
Yeah, we actually offer that. Because that next couple of episodes, we'll be actually interviewing some artists.
Yeah, so upcoming artists, whatever thing you do, even if you're a model, everything, you know. Actually, we want to like put people out there.
Yeah.
Because I think we see as you can see, artists are struggling out there.
Okay.
So yeah, this is like
a platform
for anything.
Yes, exactly. Because I want this podcast to be actually the podcast. I want this podcast to be a place where every youth is allowed to speak their voice in any opinion, in any topic.
Politically, socially,
everything. I want everyone to come to this platform and just speak their voice.
All right.
So guys, from me to y'all, thank you very much. Please guys follow my co-host Klonipo Nzuza in anything that he does. And also guys, don't forget to subscribe and like that button. Good night.